A former New Hampshire Republican Party area vice chairman, a former chairman of the Hillsborough County Republican Committee, and former chair of the Amherst GOP, welcome Mark Vincent.
Hey. Hey, good evening, everybody. Well, it's another election season. It seems to be a constant election season around here these days. But let's face it, every 2 years, we have more candidates coming through, and I've attended a lot of meetings where those candidates come in and tell us about all the wonderful things they're going to do, especially those federal candidates who are going down to tackle a swamp in Washington, D.C. The question most often asked of those candidates are, how can we be sure that you are going to keep your promises? How can we be sure that you're not going to go down there and catch the infamous Potomac fever and join the swamp? Well, I think those concerns from what we've seen over the years are pretty well justified. But I can tell you here today, my friends, I have no such fear of Bill O'Brien being anything but a courageous conservative down in Washington, D.C. Rather than joining the swamp, he is going to help President Trump drain that swamp. How do we know that Bill will keep his promise and do just that? Well, so many of you have had a front row seat to watch him do just that here in the state of New Hampshire. Think back to 2011. Think back to the days after years of Democrat mismanagement of our state. Our finances were in a total and complete shambles. Bill O'Brien got elected as Speaker, and what did he do? He did exactly what he told us he was going to do. He went and straightened out that mess, got us back to fiscal sanity, and I have no doubt in my mind that he will fight for those same goals down in Washington, D.C. Now, he'll be facing some headwinds down there, just as he did here in the state of New Hampshire. The Democrats, of course, sometimes a hostile media. You see some of them back there here today. And sadly, occasionally, he had to fight a few Republicans along the way. Sound familiar? He's going to face that exact same challenge down in Washington, D.C. We need him representing us in the U.S. Senate, and the United States Senate needs Bill O'Brien.
Croc TV.